Om Shanti. In sweet remembrance of Baba. Baba is most beloved, my eternal mother and father. Baba is also my teacher. Baba is my supreme guide, my companion and friend. He is incorporeal, invisible, but Baba's powers, Baba's qualities can be experienced anywhere, every moment. So, with lot of love, I remember sweet Baba. Remembrance is very natural when there is relationship. My love and respect for Baba always reminds me to be in remembrance. Like Brahma Baba and Mama, we all also have to have Baba's remembrance all the time. It's not question of 8 hours or 10 hours, but 24 hours. And this remembrance is not only when I need something or when there is difficulty. This remembrance is same like there is breath, the life in the body. So with every breath, I remember Baba. At this time, all the souls in the world, they need to experience the vibrations, the power of love. So as much I stay in remembrance of Baba, as a earth, a star on the earth, I radiate Baba's love. understand that everything in the world is temporary, is limited. But I, soul, I am eternal, I am immortal. The world is in extreme darkness. Baba's light, Baba's love is very important. There is so much peace in Baba's remembrance. There is courage to face the situations in the life. As I am absorbed in Baba's remembrance, I feel detached from body. And gradually feel a beautiful form of light, angelic form emerging. The avyakt stage beyond awareness of body. There is total soul consciousness.
हसरत है हमारी बाबा कर दो वो पूरी आके मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
आज प्यार की संग बाप दादा अपने प्यार के स्वरूप बच्चों से मिलने आए। सभी बच्चों के अंदर बाप का प्यार समाया हुआ है। प्यार सभी बच्चों को दूर से समीप ले भी कहेंगे, फलक से कहेंगे कि अब तो आप भी मेरे बिना रह नहीं सकता, रह सकता है तो इतने समय पर बन गए, साथी बन गए। आप भी एक सेकंड भी आपके बिना रह सकते हो, नहीं रह सकते। और जब माया आती है तब कौन साथ होता है? उस समय आप अगर साथ हैं तो माया आ सकती है, तो बीच बीच में ये पाप से भी बच्चे चाहते नहीं है, लेकिन न चाहते भी आंख में चोने खेल कर देते हो। आपको देखने की दृष्टि बंद हो जाती है और माया को देखने की दृष्टि खुल जाती। तो आंख में चोने खेल खेलते हो, कभी कभी खेलते हो, इसमें ना नहीं किया, नहीं खेलते। लेकिन बाप फिर भी बच्चों के ऊपर रहम दिलवा माया से किसी भी ढंग से किनारा करा लेता है। वो बेहोश करती और बाहोश में लाते कि तुम मेरे हो, मेरा बाबा कहाँ चला गया? तो बंद आंख याद किए जादू से खोल देते।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya, powerful mind. The sign of your having a powerful mind is that you can reach wherever you want to within a second. When your mind has learned how to fly and develops that practice, you should be able to reach wherever you want within a second. One moment, you would be in the corporeal world, and within a second, you should be in Paramdham. Now increase this practice. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 20. Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. Today's topic, powerful mind. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is okay? Yes. Everyone is well? Very good. We all have experienced that mind is powerful and mind means thoughts, right? But it depends where we use it, how we use it. Yesterday, I remember during offering bhog for Rakhi, Baba said in a beautiful way when we tied Rakhi to him that Baba wants to give pocket money they give after tying Rakhi. And that pocket money is that your every thought will become a blessing. And blessing means success. That means mind or the thought is powerful. In Lokik world also, a discovery, a research, any invention, creation, everything comes from our mind, our thought. And we had been experiencing that it had been so difficult for human being to control the mind. So that is why they keep saying, oh, I want peace of mind. I want concentration of mind. Because mind has such a uh, unlimited speed. And also then when the thoughts come in the mind, then you strongly feel that that's the current, that's where the mind is going. Now, now we are spiritual, we are alokik. So we want our mind, like Baba said in the Murli, that you cannot be without Baba and Baba cannot be without you. So there is very, very strong, loveful relationship with Baba. Whether it is Baba's love, Baba's sustenance, Baba's protection, whatever way we want to keep the presence of Baba. There is so much love, but still Maya plays the game of hide and seek. But Baba is merciful. Baba helps us. And day before Baba had said, we don't only get rid of Maya, but we want to become the conqueror of Maya. So that means whether it is faith, it is love, everything has to be consistent and strong. So concentration of mind. Yesterday Baba talked about control of mind. Now all these, whatever we require is through the practice. Anything, whether physical, mental, intellectual, everything is practice. Right? I see many, many singers, they sing a song and they remember whole song. Then I look at them They don't use paper, they just remember songs because they put their mind there. No? So what Baba wants us now, as our mind is flying, powerful mind will fly. And that is why, you know, in our regular conversation, we say, get it over, let it go. Mm. That means let go of the past, get it over. Don't allow the same thought to bother you. Because even if situation is gone, you keep thinking about that situation, but it's gone. Why I want to bring same experience? For me, what I try to do, if something happened challenging or something which was not according to what we had planned, so let it go, forget. But to talk about that, bring back that experience, but that experience was not good. So why I'm thinking, why I'm bringing that experience again and again. So again, it's the habit of mind, right? For me, I say, oh, well, it was not good. So why to think about it? Because when you think, then same experience will emerge. So our homework for tomorrow is to look at the power of your mind, powerful mind, and see what practices are required at this time. In Lokik way also, if you have a home, which we all have, mind really loves home. So our home of the soul, eternal home, we know is Paramdham. And then at confluence stage, our awake Bab Dada is an angelic world. So mind should be able to connect there. So Baba is saying that powerful mind, the sign of your having a powerful mind is that you can reach wherever you want within a second. How long it takes to reach Delhi through thought. 1 second, I am in Delhi, I am with the family, I am enjoying it. Whole experience comes within a second. And when your mind has learned how to fly, so develop the practice, develop the practice. You should be able to reach wherever you want within a second. One moment, you should be in the corporeal world. Within a second, you should be in Paramdham. So now practice. Have this practice of reaching home in a second, Paramdham in a second. Now, when you have to go to Paramdham, you have to go beyond body, 5 elements, and then there is this world of total silence and peace and completely bright light. And that's the home for the soul world, incorporeal world. And that means a bodiless stage. Nothing should pull the soul, whether it's one's own body, anyone's bodily relationship, or anything, any object of the world. Nothing should pull us. So it's like going there, but what kind of stage is required to go there within a second? So all that should be practiced. And it's really during World Meditation Hour, I was looking at sea that can I go within a second to home? Because we have experience within a second going anywhere, connecting with a person, connecting with a place, connecting with the experience, connecting with a situation, connecting with the event. And it's not only you reach there, but your experience also of that moment emerges. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was so lovely. We really felt so good. So within a second, as I said, not only you reach, but also your experience. Baba gives a good example. If you like a mango, and the thought of mango comes. So all the different kinds of mangoes, the taste of mango, everything just within second emerges. So whatever we like, the mind within second reaches there. So our practice of soul consciousness, remembrance of Baba, going to incorporeal world, everything should be a good practice, because ultimately all our journey has to culminate there. The soul in the end has to go to the incorporeal world. So tomorrow, few times, practice to go to Paramdham within 1 second, or be Swadershan Chakradhari in 1 second. I think that definitely will help us. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good
Om.
evening, Didi. Good evening,
Om.
Avyakti Parivar. Thank you so much, Didi, to explain this whole concept of 1 second, because sometimes we think, how can we put a full stop in 1 second? It is so hard. We don't have those powerful breaks that you were speaking about yesterday, And this morning, when Baba was talking about conquering Maya in a way that I become completely free of waste, when Baba was talking that when situation comes where it makes you reactive. Couple days back, you were talking about conquering Maya means same reaction should not repeat. And when today Baba was saying that when something happens, a situation comes, or you are looking at others, or sometimes you're also lacking something in you. So then at that time, can you please share with us your practice that you do that helps you to stop in 1 second? What is an anchoring thought for you that helps you to come back in that state? Maybe you don't have waste at all, but for us, like some things happen and then we are thinking why we go into these questions. How can we stop in that moment instantly and put a full stop? Is there any practice that we can do in that moment when we are in the midst of the storm?
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's not, if we hadn't been practicing,
Mm.
because if you practice few times, you might be successful. But this is like a habit, and
Mm.
habit is something when you repeat it. Right? So
Yeah.
if you use break or stop your mind and you are able to do it, next time will be easier. It will
Mm.
become more and more easier, right?
Mhm.
But if you don't want to change your attitude, or like I was mentioning just now, that something right didn't happen. So we sit and say that didn't happen, that was not right. So
Yeah.
why am I bringing that again? I should just say, okay, next time will be better. So
Mm.
if we use elevated thoughts and if we change our thought, but then again, as I'm saying, it's not everyone agrees. Some people think, oh, it's all right to talk about that. And for
Mm.
me, I immediately say, but why I'm bringing that experience?
Mhm.
And I can say it's not 100%, but I immediately try to see that whether it is listening, whether it is talking, whether it is thinking,
Mm.
we should just say, what is the use of it now?
Mm.
What is the use what I am talking? So what is benefit in that what I am saying is? So after sometimes when your self-respect and you value your thoughts, value your time, you value everything, then the way you use also is useful. It
Mm.
cannot be waste, right? But if
Right.
we
Right.
don't yet value our thinking, or if we believe still that changes can happen only through words,
Mm.
but I feel it's through my attitude also. If internally I change, it
Mm.
can help others also to change. So I think that it requires practice,
Mm.
and then you can do. And yeah, but don't get stuck in the sense of I don't know what to do now at this moment.
Mm.
Remember Baba, or just be soul conscious. You should be able to change.
So sometimes, Didi, when we have big programs or we do some big projects or something, and after it is done, sometimes we do debrief meetings. So we shouldn't go into that. Are you suggesting that we shouldn't go into too much debrief and just take your own notes in a way that you say that, okay, this is the area I can do better. This is the place where I could do much nice work next
Oh,
time.
yeah, we used to do debrief and then we discontinued. In other words, we are brief, not debrief.
Uh-huh.
Whatever
Yes. Mhm.
happened, okay, it's all drama. Not only be brief, but also which areas, in which way I could have done better first.
Mm,
Because if I could do better,
mm.
then I can help others also to do better.
Right, right.
So if that is the attitude, instead of saying this one didn't well, this one didn't well,
Mm,
mostly it does happen in debrief. But
mhm,
then I think, but also give ourselves time
mm,
to look into everything and see how I can do, because we also get little bit anxiety or tension or overwhelmed with what has to be done. But
mm,
if I could also be more calmer,
mm.
more stable, because everything gets done anyway. And
Yes.
what helps people is when we are quiet, we are calm, it helps others. And
Mhm,
anything we have to say it very softly and gently,
mm,
where they feel that they also have certain right, not you were told to do this and that person did something else.
mm.
At that moment, not to correct a person. You
Right.
were told to do this, but why you do this? You
Mm,
didn't do what I had told you to do. These comments really doesn't help the people.
mhm.
So I think they do according to their understanding, they do it.
Right, right, right.
So even when we explain to people, we shouldn't speak loud, nor it should be very fast,
Mm,
because then they don't understand you. you
mhm.
know. So I think we learn how to communicate in a very loving way and friendly way.
Yes,
That's important.
yes, yes. Thank you, Didi. I actually am learning that a lot from you. Whenever I have conversations with you, whenever I talk to you, I am always observing and learning that from you. So it helps me a lot, actually. So, Didi, I wanted to ask you one thing that Baba said in the Murli today. First, he was asking everybody how much percentage of love you have. And then, majority of will say, no, we have full love for Baba, 100% love for Baba. And then Baba gave the answer, you have multi-million fold or maybe more than 100% love. But then Baba asked the follow-up question that if you have love for Baba, then you would become equal to Baba. And the fact that you have not become equal to Baba, that means your love is less than multi-million fold. What do you have to say on that? Usually Baba says all the children have got the certificate for love. But today I think I heard it first time where Baba said you have less love. So you
No,
got any thoughts?
I think he wanted to tell us that love means become equal, right?
Yes.
And that was something very good, inspiring,
Mm-hmm.
because we could just say, I love Baba, but
Mm-hmm.
my behavior, my qualities doesn't show that.
Yes.
So I think that he was underlining, and it was very good. We should take it, in a way to look at ourselves that Baba is ocean of love. Am I master ocean of love?
Mm-hmm.
Baba is knowledgeful. Am I master knowledgeful? Look at Baba's qualities
Mm-hmm.
and try to put those qualities in our thoughts, words, and actions, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
sometimes I wonder, Baba always wants us to be like him.
Yeah.
I think
Which
this is,
sometimes feels impossible.
it's very natural. To
Mm.
be like Baba is very natural, because in every soul, all the qualities of Baba are there, but the percentage is not there. And
Right.
what we are doing now, becoming complete,
Mm-hmm.
becoming 100%. Everyone has love, peace, knowledge, every quality,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not 100%. So
Mm-hmm.
what Baba is saying, that if there is love, then take Baba's one quality and try to practice. Am I knowledgeful? Or sometimes the ignorance. Am I always peaceful? So whatever degrees we have reached, now we have to become complete. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not difficult. It's just paying attention. And
Yeah.
you will know, because then you feel very close to Baba. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And Baba said purity is his preference. He loves purity. And then one thing I really was surprised when Baba said that you have waste thoughts is impurity, but also when you become instrument in creating waste thoughts in others.
Mm.
So I am wondering, Didi, how am I responsible? Maybe sometimes, yes, let's say, for example, I didn't inform somebody what they're supposed to do and they don't know, and maybe they have some waste thoughts. But many people have waste thoughts so many times. And if I am always counting myself as instrument for that, can you explain this part a little bit more? What Baba is trying to say. How do I become instrument in creating waste thoughts and others, and then that is impurity in me?
We are in practical life.
Mm.
There are so many things which we have to deal with, right?
Yeah.
Like I gave you example, one time I was coming with a sister. She never drove from New Jersey to Harmony House or White House.
Mm-hmm.
So we were lost somewhere. It was late night, about 11:30.
Wow.
So I was calling everyone
Mm.
that to find out where can I, but we didn't had any numbers of students. So
Mm.
we kept calling. Now, one thing is not to have a thought, but when you are in a practical situation, you really feel that someone should pick a phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So naturally, we keep thinking after that, what can we do if
Mm.
there is emergency and
Mm.
nobody answers phone, thinking, oh, I have to rest, I have to rest.
Mm.
So, like in Peace Village, what they do, that one is on the night call in the sense
Yes.
that when the phones are ringing after 8 o'clock or
Mm-hmm.
9 o'clock, then that person will
Pick up
reply,
uh-huh.
pick up the phone.
Mhm.
Sometimes there are certain things which not waste thoughts, but you have to find solution. We
Hmm.
cannot just say, oh, it's the waste thought, I shouldn't be thinking.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, okay, if it's not me, but anyone in
Hmm.
emergency. I remember one time one sister was coming from airport, and right on this road she had small accident.
Hmm.
So they were calling us. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But then one person, neighbor, came to us and said, one of your sister is an accident. But like you feel that some systems have to be created. I don't know if we will call it waste thoughts, or there are certain practical things.
Hmm.
So I think that, yeah, but then if it's a habit, you know, there are certain people, their behavior can cause wasteful thought. But
Uh-huh.
that we definitely have to be above that. Because if that soul thinking or behavior
Hmm.
is like that and there is no thought for that soul to change, then why should I think,
Right.
to
Right.
go above that?
Hmm.
So certain things have to be dealt with to create systems, certain things, my personal effort, that why should I think so much about anyone's behavior? That
Hmm.
would be wasteful. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
we are not responsible, but we have to be also alert on
Careful. Yeah.
practical things.
Mm-hmm. That's a very nice example, Didi. It really helps to distinguish between practically what we have to do and then sometimes where we can just put a full stop and say that this is that one's part and let them play their part according to drama. So thank you so much for that answer. One other thing Baba said today was about surrendering your weakness. And I am speaking this from my personal efforts that sometimes I know my weakness and I surrender it to Baba with full honesty, sincerity, but then it comes back again. So, how do you deal with that kind of sanskar where you're trying to give it to Baba, you're surrendering it, but then it keeps coming back and then you surrender again? What do you do with that kind of sanskar?
See why Baba said surrender. Don't lose faith. Don't start doubting Baba or yourself. Oh, why Baba didn't do? So Baba said surrender it.
Uh-huh.
So there are two things. One is Baba will help you when you surrender.
Mm.
But then if that sanskar comes back, then you try again.
Mm.
You do it again. It will go, definitely. But some
Okay.
sanskars are long term
Mm.
sanskars, so they take time to change. But the context Baba said was more about surrender means, because at that time some could lose faith in Baba.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen. Why didn't happen? So Baba said, don't do that. Just surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things doesn't happen immediately. You
Yeah.
surrender, give to Baba.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. I'll take that as a blessing that it will definitely go away if I keep surrendering. And then one thing Didi Baba talked about this whole thing about accumulating. And Baba was talking about becoming gods and goddesses of maturity. Gambirta ki devta or devi banna hai. So when Baba was saying this, I was thinking that already we are accumulating less compared to our ancestor souls, compared to our seniors. We're already accumulating less. And in that also, if my income is becoming half after accumulating, or if it is 3/4 less after accumulating, then that's really not good. So I was thinking, how do we understand this whole virtue of maturity and how do we become goddesses of maturity? Baba didn't give any methodology. So I was thinking, do you have any method for us that we can practice to become God and goddesses of maturity?
One of the slogan is cultivating and accumulating is that you don't give up.
Mm.
Uh, let's say I have patience, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I do lose patience. But
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean I say, oh no, nothing is working. So why should I have patience? My
Mhm.
patience didn't help in any way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we have that, then you start losing the income,
Mm.
But income is really make effort, and
Mhm.
then it will be accumulated. And even if one time it doesn't, second time it will work.
Mm.
Like we have experience for today, India Independence Day, and I called, they all were at the center, and they were 45 of them and were so happy, so happy.
Mm.
Um, Even one of the main sisters said, "Oh, this is like now ever ready group."
Mhm.
And like, and then sisters there, they cooked a big lunch for them,
Yes.
and two vegetables and roti, everything. So ultimately, within 2 days, one thought, which Baba
Mhm.
said yesterday, that your thought will become blessing, and
Mhm.
blessing breaks success. So I think that now this is accumulation, no?
Yes.
Everyone, and it's like maturity.
Uh-huh.
Everyone felt so good, so good. They
Mm.
felt it was very, very unique and
Yes.
very successful. Yeah.
I think that credit should go to Bhumi when she called 11 p.m. I heard and made all the arrangements. So that was really nice. Yeah. So maturity is basically what Baba was also saying, not to talk too much, or not to eat a raw fruit in a sense, right? Is that what it means?
Yeah. Sometimes our thinking and our words are a lot extra,
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't help.
Yeah.
My lot thinking is waste for me,
Mm-hmm.
and lot saying to anyone also could.
Yeah.
I feel our most cooperation is to allow people to build their trust.
Hmm.
So you cannot all the time say to people, make them feel they are not right, or
Yeah.
they still need something more,
Mm-hmm.
because then they lose their self trust, they lose their power to discern.
Mm-hmm.
And my aim is always for everyone to trust them, let them develop their power to discern
Mm-hmm.
and decide, so they could become a good instrument, not depend on what I feel for them, in the sense
Yeah.
of, so that I, at least for me, I keep that aim that anyone who is with me
Mm-hmm.
should be able to build self trust and power to discern and decide, because these two are very important qualities,
Mm-hmm.
or even the powers which is required by every instrument, right?
Yes. 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 And we feel that, Didi. We feel that in your company. That's why we enjoy being with you. Thank you so much. I know my time is up. I had one more question about zero account of having zero wastage, but maybe another time you can talk about that, how to have zero wastage that Baba talked about. But really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And hopefully I will get another chance.
Sure.
Om Shanti, everyone.
Om Shanti Avekti Parivar. Thank you, Didi, and thank you, Tina Ben. It was a wonderful chit chat conversation. It's helpful for everyone. Thank you so much. And now, tomorrow is Monday, and our schedule from Amritula, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Meditation will start at 6 p.m. in the evening, followed by Hindi series, meditation, English series, and Avekti journey. Now let's tour Avek Murli. Welcome to Avekti Journey. Avek Murli is from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. Avyakt Murli, 11th June, 1971. In order to remain close to Bab Dada in the three worlds, in the three aspects of time, remain safe from the influence of bad company. Which group is this? What has this group been decorated as? You are going from here, transformed, and having become something, are you not? What have you been transformed into? Only when you have your own vision of what you have become will you be able to make others the same. Does this group understand that you're going as a spiritual servers? Are all of you considering yourselves to be servers who are going to your service stations, or are you returning to your own homes? Where do you think you're returning to? If you're going to your Lokik families, what would you consider to be there? Is that also a service place, or is it just the center a service place? If you consider your own home to be a service place, service will automatically continue to take place. Those who are servers have service at every place, wherever they may be staying, wherever they may be going to. Servers will see service at every place, and they will remain engaged in service. They will live in their own home, considering it to be a service place. By keeping service in the intellect, they are easily and quickly able to finish all karmic bondages with the power of this awareness. Since you're returning as servers, you have to do service through your every thought. You cannot let a second or a thought go by without doing service through it. Such a person is called a true spiritual server. A spiritual server can do service through the spirit, that is, the soul. Just as a lighthouse does service in all directions through its light, while being in one place. In the same way, those who are servers would be engaged in unlimited service of the unlimited world while being in one place. So, have you become a lighthouse and a might house? Have you become both? Or have you just become a lighthouse and still have to become a might house? To be an embodiment of knowledge means to be a lighthouse, and the Yog Yukta stage is to be a might house. So you're going as a knowledgeable and yogi souls, are you not? Or does something still remain? Have you decorated yourselves fully? Generally, Kumaris are concerned with cleanliness and being beautifully decorated. So here, in the bhatti too, have you decorated yourselves with the decoration of virtues and knowledge very well? Are you leaving here decorated, or do you still have to do something when you return home? Are you going onto the battlefield with all the ornaments and weapons? Those who have the weapons and ornaments with them are constantly victorious. A weapon will not allow an enemy to come in front of you. So, are you carrying such a weapon that an enemy, seeing it from a distance, would run away? Have all of you become like this? Are you speaking because of the influence of being in the land of blessings, of Madhuban, Or have you truly, fully decorated yourselves with the ornaments and weapons? When you go down tomorrow, will your stage be the same elevated stage? Make it so firm that wherever you go, you will constantly fulfill the promise you made to yourself in the midst of the gathering in Madhuban, in the court of God. Has each of you applied such an imperishable stamp on yourself? Victory through faith is definite, and those who maintain courage receive help from Bab Dada and all the souls of the godly family. To be continued. Om Shanti.
Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. Powerful mind. The sign of your having a powerful mind is that you can reach wherever you want to within a second. When your mind has learned how to fly and develops that practice, you should be able to reach wherever you want within a second. One moment you would be in the corporeal world, and within a second you should be in Paramdham. Now increase this practice.
ज्वालामुखी योग तपस्या द्वारा वायुमंडल का परिवर्तन करो। पावरफुल मन पावरफुल मन की निशानी है सेकंड में जहां चाहे वहां पहुंच जाए। मन को जब उड़ना आ गया, प्रैक्टिस हो गई, तो सेकंड में जहाँ चाहे वहाँ पहुँच सकता है। अभी अभी साकार वतन में, अभी अभी परम धाम में सेकंड की रफ्तार है। अब अभ्यास को बढ़ाओ। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.